Hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel, JosephQ773. Today we're going to be doing a tier list video. Now, you may recognize this is the exact same chart from last week. As you can see, look, here's the Keaton mask. You know, it's the exact same ones last week. I just had to move everything around a little bit because I had to remake it because I didn't see the original file, which is fine. You also notice there's two new layers at the bottom, bad and worst. I thought I put worst as in W-O-R-S-T-E, but apparently I just put worse as in it's not as good. Which I probably made this like 1 in the morning. I was probably half asleep and I was probably dying as I was doing this. So I mean, that's really it. So we have over 100 files we were going to be reviewing today. Over 100 items from Majora's Mask that remains, boss remains, bottled items, equipment items. We already did a mask images, so that does count to the total 100, and quest items. So I think before we get started here, I'd like to ask you guys to like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. I mean, check out some other videos on this channel. But I think this video is going to be a long one, so we might as well cut right into it. We should start with Got's Remains. So what do I think of Got's Remains? So this is really a review of the Got boss battle. When we talk about Got's Remains, it's a fun boss battle. It's very unique. And because of that, I'm going to be placing Got because it's so great getting his remains in tier B, because Got is a great battle. Yep. That's really all I gotta say about Got's Remains. The next one, Gyorg's Remains. So I think Gyorg is an awful boss. I mean, Gyorg's stupid, really. I mean, he's a stupid boss. He's not fun to fight. If you saw my Majora's Mask review, you should definitely check out. And the one before this, you can definitely check out. I mean, Got's not really the best. I mean, to me, Got's a bad. See, this is where this new tier falls in so well. Bad. So that's what I really gotta say about Got. The next one is Owadowa. So Owadowa is a boss in the game. He's actually the first boss you fight. He's fun. I mean, I think Owadowa's fun. It's like you can just, it's a traditional fight. I mean, it's a real traditional fight. And because of that, we're going to have to put him in the S tier. Yes, I did that move again. Which will be better Owadowa. Now, our next one is Twin Mode. So what you know about Twin Mode? Apparently, I put a lot of boss remains. There's more than boss remains in this boss remains folder. So I thought there's only 4 files in here. I must have really put some random stuff in here. Now, there is going to be some overlap from Ocarina of Time items, just because it is kind of the same game. I didn't choose all the items from Ocarina of Time, but you guys would get the gist. So Twin Mode, he's a really fun boss. I like him. He's a tier A. That's all I gotta say about Twin Mode. Twin Mode's a really fun boss battle. I think he's really fun to fight, especially with the Giant's Mask. That's all I gotta say about that. So our next item is the arrow. You can get this. I believe it fills up 5 arrows. It's a really nice item, especially you need this for the game to fight bosses. So the arrow gets an S tier. Our next is the Blue Ruby. This gives you 5 rupees. This is a pretty good item. I mean, it's better than the single rupee, and just because it's better than a single rupee, we're gonna place it in C, because I feel like this is, when I think of rupee, I kind of think of it either green or blue. So our next one is the boss key. You get these in the dungeons to fight the boss of the dungeon. So the boss key is essential to fight these dungeons, and that's why I'm gonna be putting the boss key in. I'm gonna put the boss key in A or S, because I do like the boss key. It's a nice, fun item. Our next one is the Bundle of Arrows. So the Bundle of Arrows, I believe, gives you 10. It's a little bit better than the other arrows. And because of that, I didn't even think about this. We're going to have to put the regular arrows, if I can ever find them. I mean, let's see. I might not be able to find these arrows. Got to hit my keyboard around here until we find these arrows. It may actually never happen with my luck. There it is. So the arrows. We're going to have to move those down to the B tier, and because of that, we're also going to move this next arrows down to the A tier. So you can probably see where this is going. I mean, and this one is the Bundle of Arrows with an extra arrow. This also gives you more than the other two. I assume it gives you triple the amount as the first one. And because of that, it's going in the S tier. Very simple line of progression there. It's going to be very apparent for the whole thing. Our next one is the Compass. I think the Compass is fine. In 1999, it would have been great. But in today's world, we have the internet guides. It is just going to get a B. Now, our next one is the Cuckoo. The Cuckoo is a chicken. Chickens in the game are pretty nice. If you hit them enough times, they will actually attack you. Because they hurt you, it's going in the worst tier. I hate Cuckoos. They're very annoying, too. Our next one is Deku Seeds. Deku Seeds are not in this game. I don't know why it's on my list, but it's here anyway. So Deku Seeds, because they're not really used in this game, it's going in worse. Because seeds and chickens, we don't do a lot of seeds and chickens. You can't do much. At least there's not even eggs. So the dungeon map, this is actually pretty damn good, because with the compass and a map together, you get to know exactly where you are on the map. These two get paired together real nicely, and that's why they're going together. Our next one is the Gold Rupee. I believe this may give you the most rupees out of all of them. And I like that, so it's going in the S tier. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Our next one is the Green Rupee. So the Green Rupee is alright, it's bad. I mean, I don't really know what to put with the Green Rupee, because at least a lot of them, you know, they add up, but I mean, finding a Green Rupee every once in a while is pretty stupid. I mean, I like Green Rupees and all, but they're fine. Next we have the Heart Container. Heart Containers are pretty good, it increases your heart, and that's where we're going to put it in the S tier. The OOT Heart Icon. This is not exactly the same heart icon as it is in the game, but you can also argue this is the pickup hearts, so, I mean, really, only bad players need to find pickup hearts throughout the game. Professional players will never get hit once, so that's why they're in bad tier, because you gotta be bad to get them. Okay, Magic Jars. These are essential throughout the whole game. They're pretty good. Just because this one is a smaller one, it's going in the A tier. Alright, so the OOT Magic Jar Model 2, this is the bigger one. This gives you like double the amount as the first one, and this one's pretty damn good, so it's going to go in S tier. The next is the Purple Ruby. This is a nice ruby. I think it does give you a lot more than the other rupees, that's why it's going in the S tier. This S tier is getting filled up. We're going to have to probably do multiple takes of this, honest to God, and I'll just like compile them at the end of this video. We'll see what happens. So the Red Rupee, this gives you 20. It is a lot better than the other one. We're going to fit that right in the A tier. Great item. And the Silver Rupee, this is literally only used in like puzzles, and that's why it gets the worst tier, because it gives you no value at all. Pretty simple. So our next one is the Sinking Lure. This is used in the fishing minigames, and I never fished in this game, but hey man, I do love a good fishing, so we're going to put that right over here. It's going to consume all of those. You're probably going to wonder what the heck is going on in this if you just click to a random episode, or a random part of this video. So this is a small key. This is essential in dungeons, especially if there's doors that need to be unlocked, so that's why it's getting the A tier. It looks like that does it for the like miscellaneous items, so I'm going to export this and find the original file and redo this over and over again. I know this one has the masks, and I'm not unclicking all these to have the masks on there, but you know what? Screw that. We're going to keep doing this as it's intended. We're going to keep this in one big thing. So forget that of doing multiple takes. We're going to start this off with the, excuse me, I'm talking a lot. I'm getting a little heavy breathing. I sound like a really fat guy right now. So Blue Potion. Blue Potion heals magic, I believe. And because of that, something's wrong with my leg. Oh, it's my trash can. I'm sorry. I moved my trash can earlier. I just felt it. Blue Potion, it's good. I mean, I never used it, so I can't say much about it, but it is a good item in general. So it goes in that tier. So this is the Bug in a Bottle. This is used in both games, mainly to find gold Skulltulas and all that other stuff, and that's why it gets an A tier. Now, Chateau Romani. Chateau Romani gives you infinite magic for like 3 days in total. You know, the Blue Potion actually heals both. I'm sorry, the Blue Potion heals health and magic. I don't know why I thought that. The Green Potion heals magic. I don't know what's going on here. So the next one is the Deku Princess in a Bottle. She's annoying, so she gets the worst category. The next one is Fairy in a Bottle. Fairies in a Bottles are like essential if you're like really bad at the game, so that's why it gets an S tier. It's an instant bringing you back to life, full heart. Gold Dust gets you the Gilded Sword. That's the only purpose of it, and that's why it gets an F tier. I know, but you know what? I take that back. It gets you the gold. It gets you the Gilded Sword, so it's going in A tier. Our next one is the Green Potion. This actually heals your magic, and so because it only heals your magic, it's going in probably the D tier. Our next one is the Hot Spring Water. Hot Spring Water is pretty useful in the game, especially, no, it's not. It's only used in like one spot in the game, as I'm aware. That's why it's going in the worst category. Next one is the Magic Mushroom. I can't remember what this does, so it's going worse. See, I'm so like objective when it comes to these. So next is half a bottle of milk. I mean, it's good as F tier because there's only half, but who wants half a thing of milk? Or half full, half empty. It depends on how you look at it. Our next one is the full thing of milk. Everyone likes a full thing of milk. That's going to get the B tier. Pole Soul. We get these after killing a pole. Sorry, it's fine. It's going to go bad because it's alright. I don't even know if they're in Majora's Mask. But I did is I went to like the Zelda website and just started pulling a bunch of files off the site. So, Red Potion. That's fine. I mean, it's better if you just have a fairy. So. It's kind of useless once you get fairies. Seahorse in a Bottle. This gives you a piece of heart, and it lets you find the Zora eggs, and so it's getting a D tier. Hot spring water. Where is... I just put the hot spring water on these. Oh, I think I actually... Maybe I just dragged several things on the screen, but we're just going to drop this in here and see what happens. Yep, here it is. Hot spring water. This is just spring water. Spring water's... I guess... I don't know. You can plant... You can grow seeds faster, I guess. Magic beans. Here's a Zora egg. It's a... excuse me. It's a stupid side quest, I think, so that's why it's going to get in the bottom. Big Poe. I mean, in Ocarina of Time, you can get money for these. I don't even know if they're in this game. So that's why it's going to go in the bad category. This is like the ultimate Ocarina of Time / Majora's Mask, like, tier list here. Even though it doesn't have everything from both games, that I think it has enough. It's more of a Majora's Mask thing. This is the fish in a bottle. It's alright. I mean, I can't really think of anything in the game I use this for other than one side quest that can get you a piece of heart. So now that we're done that, now we're on to some equipment. So I think first we got to do the big bomb bag. So the big bomb bag is alright. It ain't perfect. I mean, it's just a bomb bag. It's not as bad as, like, so... And just because it's the big bomb bag, it's not the biggest bomb bag, we're going to place that in the B tier. Our next one is the biggest bomb bag. You probably saw this one coming. It looks almost the exact. It's actually the exact same. It's a little bit deeper colors, and it has a gold thing instead of that. Because it's the biggest, it's going in that tier. And our first and final bomb bag is the regular bomb bag, which is alright. That's why it's going to go in the D tier. Next one is the Gilded Sword. Gilded Sword's alright. I mean, actually, no, Gilded Sword's amazing. That's why it's going to go in the S tier. I think soon we're going to start looping this over. Hero Shield. This is a great shield. I mean, it's not as perfect as the Mirror Shield. That's why it's going in the A tier. Next one is the Kokiri Sword. This is a returner, even though it has a different model from Ocarina of Time. And it's alright, so it's going to go in the E tier. Next we have the Mirror Shield. Mirror Shield's a pretty good, nice shield. I mean, it works. It's nice. It's very fun. It's beautiful. It's awesome. That's why it's going in the S tier. What else do we got here? So here's the quiver. Wait, I mean, it's the quiver. It holds arrows. It's just gonna go there. Now, what we have next is the Razor Sword. Now, I think this is bad because it breaks after 100 uses. It kind of defeats the purpose of a sword. That's what we're really gonna say about the Razor Sword here. So next we have the adults. Yes, this is the adult's wallet. This one gives you 200 rupees, and it's alright. It's being thrown in D tier because it only gives you 200. And our next one is the Big Quiver. So the Big Quiver is a nice item. I say Big Quiver. What else can I say about the Big Quiver? It's better than that one. And I felt we had the biggest quiver. Maybe I never grabbed the biggest quiver, but I don't know. It's going to go in the A tier. We also have the Giant's Wallet. So the Giant's Wallet gives you 500 rupees. It's a nice wallet. That's why it's going to go in that tier. So I think that does it for the first cut of this video. And we're going to cut this, export this as a PNG or something, and just expand it, make it bigger so we can fit more things onto this list. So I'll catch you guys when I make the next cut. Alright, everybody, we are back. So I have expanded the image so we can actually fit more things on here, you know, as you got to do. So I think we should start off with the bomb icon. So what do I got to say about the bomb icon? It's a bomb. It's an alright item. It's pretty normal. It's getting a B tier. Well, the bombs are pretty good. I mean, the Blast Mask kind of outdoes the bombs because they're free, but you can fire the bombs, so that's why it's getting an S tier. It's kind of threw myself into a little hole there. So next is the Bomb Choose. I don't like the Bomb Choose as much, I'm going to be honest. And it's kind of hard to control. I mean, I'm also not that good at the game, so that's why they're getting the easier. So the Flaming Bow, this is alright. It's used for some puzzle stuff. It's kind of situational. That's why it's getting a B tier. Our next one is the Bow of Ice, the Ice Bow. This is also kind of the same as the Fire Bow. It's alright, it's not perfect. But our next one is the Bow of Light. This is a requirement to beat the game. Actually, they're all requirements to beat the game, but the Bow of Light does like double damage, but it also takes double magic, so it's trade-off, but it does do more damage, so it is better. Deku Stick, it's Deku Stick. I mean, it's alright. C tier. That was a thoughtless. I didn't really know what to do with that one. So empty bottles. There are 7 of these in the game, so I'm going to have to put them all in here. So empty bottle 1, this is the empty bottle 2. This is a very interesting thing here. So empty bottle 2, it's great. I mean, having 2 empty bottles is awesome. Now empty bottle 3, that's even better. So empty bottle 3 is definitely going to get the A tier. And Empty Bottle 4, oh my goodness, Empty Bottle 4 is actually amazing. So Empty Bottle 4 is pretty damn good. It's great to have 4 of them. Excuse me. But we also have Empty Bottle 5. Now this is kind of when empty bottles get a little redundant. I think they're... Oh my goodness, I'm burping a little too much. Must have drank too much water too fast. But having 5 empty bottles is kind of redundant. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that is 5. It's alright, but Empty Bottle 6, this is when it kind of gets like, oh my goodness, another one. This is all you're going to give me, an empty bottle, not like a heart container, but it's what it is. I mean, I don't really know what else to put here. Empty Bottle 7, this is where it starts to get like a very redundant. It's just worse. There's no need to have an Empty Bottle 7. Now, our next one is the Great Fairy Sword. So everybody likes the Great Fairy Sword. It's pretty damn good. That's why it's getting the S tier. Hero's Bow. This is an all-around amazing item. That's why it's going to get in the same spot as the other 2 bow items, which is the Beast tier. Hook Shot. This isn't as good as the Long Shot in Ocarina of Time, but it's alright. So that's why it's going to get the A tier. It's a great item. Great item. Our next one is the Land Title Deed. I thought I had all the title deeds in here, but maybe I had them later on. So Land Title Deed is required to actually progress through the game. It's alright. The next one is the Ocarina of Time. This is a pretty damn good all-around item for the whole game. That's why it's going to get the S tier. Excuse me. The next one is the Pendant of Memories. This is something that's inside the Anju and Cafe quest. It's alright. That's why it's going to get a C tier. Next one is the Pictograph box. You can get a piece of heart, I believe, for taking a photo of Tingle. But, I mean, it's nothing really that's important. That's why it's going to get an E tier. It's kind of like you'll forget about this item. Powder kegs. They make a pretty big boom. I like these. That's why it's going to get the B tier. Yep, the B tier. Our room key. You can actually... this is the Anju Cafe quest. Again, it's alright. That's why it's going to get a C tier. Now, okay, so the fire arrows, which is kind of the exact same as the other arrows. That's why they're going to go right beside these 2. I'm going to do this with all the arrows here, because it's kind of the exact same thing as I'm talking about, so... I don't know why I put these on the thing. I mean, I was pretty serious when I said the majority of the items in this game, I guess, so... We're going to put these... We're going to pair these up with these other 2s. So I feel like that's probably the best place to put them. In all honesty. We also have the Magic Bean. Magic Bean! I like Magic Beans, they're alright. They let you zoom around the map a little bit quicker. And that's why they get a C tier. And Lens of Truth, this is an alright item. It's a returner. That's fun, I like it. That's why it's going to get a B tier. So those are the items. Now what else do we got? We also have mask images, we already done that. But now we got quest items, so we have a few more items here. We have the Bomber's Notebook. We all like the Bomber's Notebook. I probably can't say that we're on YouTube anymore, but I mean, we're already so far in this video, I doubt they're even checking. But we'll see how this video gets like nuked by the algorithm, or it gets really high up in the algorithm. This is the mail you gotta... Okay, so next one is the mail you gotta give to the Madame Aroma, I think her name is. It's alright, I mean, it ain't perfect. Gives you the 7th bottle. But I have usually never do this quest, so it's getting worse. We already did Land Title Deed. Letter to Cathay. So this is something that Anju gives to you that you have to put into the post box. And does all the cool stuff, and then that's pretty much it. It progresses that storyline along, so it's going to get a C tier. Moon's tier. Beautiful. A tier. Whew. Man, we're doing a lot of hard work we're doing here. Ocean Title Deed. So the Ocean Title Deed's alright. Ain't perfect. It's cool. Because of that, it's kind of the same as the other ones. All the title deeds are going to go in the same. All title deeds are going to get C, okay? Title deeds are not that special. So we're going to go ahead and just drop this in the C tier. Boom. Mountain Title Deed? I think Mountain Title Deed's the last thing we got here. This is a pretty, like, strange tier ranking already. So, sorry, I backed up from the mic there. So this is it. I believe this is all the stuff we had to do for this thing, unless... There should be around 106 items on this thing. Feels like I didn't do that many, but I mean, hell, if you guys can do some suggestions, I think we can keep adding to this exact thing here, and it'll be even better. So I think that will wrap it up for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. This is going to give us a lot of shorts content. Now, I'm not prioritizing shorts content. You may have noticed there are some shorts coming out. We have a lot of them scheduled. We're cutting up all the old videos into shorts, really. The purpose of this is to get people to see this, click on the video, and boost the views for these. I think it's a good way to do it, and I've actually gotten a few bit of subscribers from this already, so I'm going to keep it up. I like it. I like doing it. I got a big spreadsheet ready, all the dates, all the times it comes out, and I think the most draining part is actually doing all that, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of JosephQ773. It's a huge filler episode. I mean, not much really to say about this. I hope you guys check it next week. I think we're going to be doing Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the week after this, and I hope you guys enjoy that. I'll be sticking around. I'm going to keep trying to do this for college. It's going to be a little harder. It's really the only reason I got these shorts up, so I don't lose much views when I'm in college. So I'll see you guys next week with Sonic 3 and Knuckles.